there was a phase where you were criticized a lot for your fluctuating weight. You were criticized for the way you dress, and you also admitted openly that it was something that brought you down for a while.
Yeah.
And you tried to play to the gallery, in the sense even the movies you were accepting were movies you thought would do well commercially, and
Yeah.
then there was this turnaround where you just came into your own. You're comfortable in your skin, and you're so confident, and the same people who criticized you for the same things are giving you accolades for the same things, surprisingly. Like today they are like, she's so comfortable in her skin, how does it matter? What matters is that she's so good, she's such a wonderful actor, she looks so good. So how did you do that? What is your secret? I mean, it'll help a lot of women who are watching today.
I think what happened is that um, I began to love and accept myself a little more each day, and therefore I became, um, more acceptable to people. Not only acceptable, but they began to shower me with love and accolades and appreciation and all of that. I think it's so important. It was so important for me to have gone through what I did. Of course, it was very public, and at that time it felt like, really insurmountable, because I come from a non-film family. There was no one to tell me that, these phases don't last. And I thought, like, my weight issue has become a national issue. And I've always been a fat girl, and I won't say that I'm at a stage where my fluctuating weight does not bother me anymore at all, but I've come a long, long way. I have, I've had hormonal issues all my life, and therefore there was a phase, or rather for the longest time, I hated my body. I thought my body betrayed me. On the days when I wanted to look a certain way, on special days, invariably, I think out of the pressure of wanting to look my best, I would end up bloating up. And I would be so angry, I would be so frustrated. But over time, I realized that the body is the only thing that's keeping me alive, really. Because the day the body stops functioning, I'm not going to be around. So I have a lot of gratitude to give to this body. However, I feel it doesn't matter what I've been through. I'm alive because of this body.
Yeah, true.
And in blood and bones, and therefore I think something changed, and it began to change, and slowly I feel with each day I've begun to love and accept myself more. It's not been easy, and you have to fake it till you make it. Tell yourself, I love and accept myself just the way I am, and you don't believe it, and it's okay. You feel like, but when I don't believe it, how can I keep saying it? But it's okay. Doesn't matter the length of your hair, doesn't matter the thickness of your arms, or the girth of your waist, or your height. What matters is who you are as a person. And when you begin to appreciate that person within, you look beautiful without, on the outside. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And then every imperfection looks like amazing. It doesn't strike you as an imperfection, because it's the energy that we exude. But when we're constantly loathing and hating ourselves, how can you end up looking good?
Yeah.
It's a very precious lesson I've learned being an actor, and a very tough lesson also, especially because it was so public. But I'm so grateful for it, Vinita. I cannot even begin to tell you.
So thank you so much for sharing this, because you are so honest about it, and the way you open up, it I'm sure helps hundreds and thousands of other girls in your position, who feel so horrible about themselves just because people are so judgmental, and about things that don't matter at all.
Actually, I've realized that, beyond a point, it's not people judging you. It's how you judge yourself. But, again, this is something that we all need to be so cautious about when we're bringing up children. Color of the skin, weight, and all of this, especially with girls. One has to be very careful about it, because I think my mom has had a weight issue all along. So I think she was always very, very concerned that my sister and I should be small, so that we don't get judged or teased like her. what ended up happening was we both are far from small. So, I think so we have to be, I think, very conscious and try not to pass down our fears and insecurities. And it's easier said than done. My mother's come a long way in accepting her body today, but I think we've traversed that journey together.